everybody, and welcome back to Priest Adventures. It's another week, another trail. We're outside of Cherokee in Bryson City. It's the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So we're here. It is a $5 parking fee, so you have to pay the $5 and then put the thing on your dash. They started charging that a year or two ago. But this is the Wiggins Cemetery via Deep Creek Trail. This is Deep Creek. Not very deep right now, but we'll find out how deep it is. It is rated as moderate and 2.9 miles. So we're gonna check and make sure that's right for ALLTRAILS. So far the drive in was pretty serene, wasn't too bad. It's not very crowded out here, and we're gonna get started on this, get this done. So let's get it. So they got a pretty good parking lot. It's also paved. We came over the mountain coming in from Cherokee. Really tight road to come in on, and it is 2 lanes, so I had to get over on a couple of them. Once we got down here, it was paved, and then they got the little gravel lot, and this trail starts off walking right along the side of the creek. Now it is August 23rd. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's 60 degrees. To me, that's perfect. But my wife's got a long sleeve on, and then she's got my hoodie on top of that, because she runs cold anyway. But like I said, this is a moderate. Apparently it has a pretty steep section at the very end. They said that's the workout, is the ending of it, getting up to the cemetery. We're gonna try to make it up the whole thing. We have not hiked in a little while, but we'll see where we end up. We went from walking right next to the creek up onto the road here. So back there at the parking area, if you wanted to kind of jump up just onto the road and start walking it, you can. But I'm trying to follow the way that the thing goes on the app. I want to keep it as real as possible. This reason why I chose this hike is, although it is steep at the end, and there's some cemetery up there, or some graves, this is going to pass 3 waterfalls. It's like Indian Falls, and I can't remember the names of them, but there's 3 waterfalls that it's going to pass. So if anything, we get to see 3 falls on one hike, and that always makes it worth it. Well, so far not too bad. We're only about a quarter to a half mile in, so we'll see how it gets from here. Alright, that was Tom Branch Falls. It's literally a quarter mile in, something like that. And they have benches where you can sit. It's really nice. Short little walk. Now we're heading to Indian Creek Falls. That'll be the next one. We got fishing over here. And apparently Cherokee's got some of the best trout fishing around. Never done it. We've done Rock Creek up in North Georgia. That's where we always go. And my wife kept walking. She said, "You can just catch up to me." She knew I'd walk a lot faster than she does. So and get up here for the next one. So far it's a pretty hike. Mountain laurel everywhere. It'd be nice in the spring whenever they're blooming. This place will probably explode with color. I'm gonna catch up with her. Now we've opened up a bit. Got a little bit of a splash through here. The ground's really hard. I mean, it's packed gravel and like shale, so it's almost like walking on concrete. We got a bridge. Nice bridge. I mean, this thing's big enough you can drive a truck across. Smoky Mountain National Park. They do it right. And a little spillway there. A little bit of rapids there. Of course, everybody's got to engrave their name on the handrails. That's just how it is. And they do put a lot of benches on this trail. So one of the things that my wife was worried about was if this was going to be a heavily trafficked or not. I would say it is on all the benches. One there, there's two over here. I'm hoping this is not the waterfall that they've named Indian Falls. It'd be a kind of a bummer. Alright, now we've started going up the mountain. We checked, we are a half mile in right now. So, starting to get some elevation. A lot different than from yesterday's hike, where it was all stairs. I think I'd rather do this than stairs. I'd rather go up a grade. Let's go up a ramp than to go up those awkward stairs. And I still don't understand why they call it Deep Creek. It's not deep. It's right there. Still shallow. A lot of rapids. It's pretty though. Kind of rust colored. And we got another bench coming up. So it levels off and you get another bench. That's pretty neat. I got some great lookouts here. Some good benches. Okay, we've come off the main trail here because ALLTRAILS says turn left, and I guess we're heading towards the Junie Wank Falls. They got a little homemade bridge up here, cut down tree with a handrail. Not bad. I'm gonna wait for the wife to cross before I cross it. Okay, now I'll go across. A nice little bridge. They've got it actually anchored down. It's really good. So it's hard to see it with the sun, but there it is. And we're gonna head up this way. So we're gonna see what's up here. Okay, I'm just past the bridge, coming up the hill here. Got the sign. So for some reason it says no horses. This is a horse loop trail. It runs around. This is where it gets steep. This cemetery is 3/4 of a mile. So I'm gonna fight my way up this hill. Wishing I had a horse. Watching out for horse poop. Let's see what this cemetery is all about. From what I hear, it's not, from what the reviews say, it's not all. It's a workout to get to. And kind of a bummer when you get to the top. Apparently it's like 3 headstones. So we're gonna get up here and see what we can find. It is very steep though. There was one review. The person said that they needed one of the poles to get up it with their teenage kid. It was fine. I'm not a teenage kid. But I'm gonna try to do it without a pole. Might have to need one to go way back down. So let's see. Whew, all right. Okay. I'm gonna be hurting if this is 3/4 of a mile at this incline. That is, the camera doesn't give it justice. That is steep. And this is almost just as steep. So I said I want to start running. I want to get my heart rate up. This is going to do it. Whew, I knew I've been needing to lose weight. Didn't think I was going to lose it this way. So catch my breath, get a drink of water, get back on this again, get this moving. It is pretty up here though. It's almost like walking in a tunnel. But I don't think there's any place in the mountains that you can get a bad view It's all beautiful. And it looks like the North Carolina side of the Smoky Mountain National Park, for one thing, it's nowhere near as crowded as the other side, as Gatlinburg in Tennessee. And the elk, they have the elk out here. I went to go get a parking pass at a little visitor center that's over there on at the entrance of Smoky Mountain National Park. It was still early. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning, but that fog was laying pretty heavy. Next thing we knew, there was a herd around us. And downtown, right there, just outside of downtown Cherokee, they were down there grazing and walking down the street. On our way here, they were on the sidewalk. They had real feeling of Estes Park, Colorado, where the elk are walking down the sidewalk and the black-tailed deer were standing on sidewalks. So, okay, I'm talking, but I'm catching my breath. Let's get up this mountain. Fun times, fun times. Oh, the stuff I do for videos. All right, took another break. Had a little flat spot again. So back up the hill. And again, it's 60 degrees. I say back up the hill, back up the mountain. Again, it's 60 degrees. But I sweat like crazy. Especially whenever I exert a lot of energy like this. So, and there's no breeze on this part. You know, there's a little creek over here, but it's nothing that give any cooling. Just a good sound, make you have to pee. So I'm hoping to be hitting towards the end of this, getting to where I'm seeing a couple of switchbacks, but there's a switchback here, but it's going back up the mountain here. So really gives some, I don't know, Johns Mountain. Oh, I'm saying North Georgia places, but we are in the same mountain range. Appalachians, Smoky Mountain National Park, it's all the same stuff. So I'm way out of shape though. Haven't hiked in close to a year. Sporadic here and there. Had one where the video didn't take, or it didn't do right, so I had to scrap it. Gonna have to go back to that one. That was Johns Mountain. Oh, we're going uphill again. Okay. Catch my break. Slug this out. Get to the top. Get some couple of cemetery headstones, and then get back down this mountain and back to the truck. I came across a couple of waterfalls, but I haven't seen anything that said that it was listed like that first one. There may be a waterfall towards the end of this up at the top. I'm not sure. If there is, I'll get a video of it, and I'll get the video of the cemetery. So, get back to it. And I'm backlit like crazy. That sun's right there. And again, it's not even 9 o'clock. Okay. I've just been coming up this, which is steep. I'm on that last push up to the top, and this is where they were talking about the poles. So this gives almost Rhapsody Falls in North Carolina a run for its money, which I'm going to get video of that at another time. That's at Pisgah National Forest over in Brevard, and it's a scramble to get to the upper falls. So this is going to be a bit of a scramble to get up here. I hear something walking around. It could be a squirrel. I seriously doubt it's an elk up here. I haven't seen anything, and I haven't seen anybody in quite a while. They don't come up here. They stay on the gravel path. So I'm gonna get up this hill. Oh god, this is gonna suck. All right, here we go. Okay, we're at the Wiggins Cemetery. Finally made it up that mountain. It's up on top of the mountain, but there's no homestead or anything up here. Nothing that's cleared out, so it's long gone, whatever it is. There are no birth or death dates. You can tell that these tombstones are newer. So it's Violet Theodore and Guy Wiggins. There's no placard up here that states anything about him. I was kind of hoping for something with a view, like they would have it cleared out and a view, but I mean the reviews did say that it was just 3 graves at the top of a mountain. Still, this isn't the top of the mountain. It continues up that way. But the trail is overgrown. I don't think anybody does that anymore. So they just come up to here and they leave coins and rocks and stuff. Just say that they visited. So I was expecting, you know, they had all those benches down below. I was kind of expecting there to be a bench up here, or, you know, remembrance bench, something, not a marble or whatnot. But no, it's just a cleared out spot. And I think the only reason why it's even cleared out is because there's moss growing here. Nothing's growing in this place. There's no trees or anything that's trying to root up, or it's like there's a live oak right here. They leave acidic pH on the ground, so there's a couple of live oaks. The roots are coming through. That's where the moss is coming up. And there was an oak here that's rotted away. It's a quiet place. It is hot. My glasses are steaming up. So I'm gonna spend a minute here, and then I'm gonna get back down this mountain and get back to the truck. Again, I didn't see any other falls. There was a sign that said that there was a falls up this way, but it was 1.2 miles, and this is 1/3 of a mile, but I think you had to turn left and go up a different way to keep going to the falls. And I was coming for this. So kind of an uneventful hike at the end. We got about 3/4 of the way. Thank God we didn't get all the way up here to this, because wife said she was going to sit down and just wait for me at one of the benches, because it was starting to get rather steep, but nobody saw, or she didn't see, the part that I just had to do, or the part even from the horse circle. So I'm going to make my way back down the mountain, and I brought my camera. I've got a couple of shots. I'm going to see if there's anything else on the way down that interests me to turn it on. Then we'll get back to the truck, and I'll give a honest review of this one, of this hike. You know, is it worth it? We'll see. I'd rather go down this mountain than go up it, I can tell you that much. And I don't even like going downhill. It hurts my knees. But going up this one was a work. This one was a job. So stick with me till the end. And the end might be as soon as I turn this camera back on, or it could be another minute or two from now. So we'll see. I'm not kidding you. This is almost straight down. This is where they said they had to use poles, and it makes sense. It's crazy. So I'm walking on the edge, and any place I can, I'm using a tree to slow my descent, and I'm hoping my feet don't come out from under me. Once I get down off of this part, it'll be a lot easier. Make my way across. There's more trees over here, and then I got to go shoot back across again, because it gets even steeper right here at the very beginning, going uphill. This is a spot where it would have been good to have stairs, but you are hiking in the woods. We are off the main trail, so it only makes sense that you have to use whatever you can. And here we go with the almost straight down. That little tree. Trees are my best friend right now. There we go. Okay. Oh God, that is a jarring on the ankles. Oh, it doesn't help whenever you carry an extra weight. I'm not talking about the backpack. This is not fun. So y'all are going to be a part of my weight loss journey, I'm sure, if I keep doing this. It was just too hot to do any hikes to the summer. Although it is August, it's the end of August. It's not too bad until the sun gets up really high. And there's a creek crossing down here where you have to straddle a couple of trees that are down. That is the weirdest looking mushroom. It's a purple mushroom. I ain't touching it. There's a weird looking mushroom back there. And this is all mountain laurel that I'm walking underneath. In the spring it would just look like a bloom tunnel. It's everywhere. Here's that creek crossing where I have to walk on a little, somebody down to, or through a tree, small tree down here for you to cross it. Let's see if I can cross it without getting myself soaked. It's just mud, a muddy mess. Okay, so yeah, see, it's just a little creek, but it's a lot of mud. I don't have the best balance in the world. Ooh. And it doesn't help that I've got these sticks, my poles stuck up higher than my head. I have to dip down a lot further for that. Okay, now let's get down this mountain. That's the only thing that you have to cross like that. So get down here and get back on that gravel. And going downhill is a little faster. I'm not as out of breath. Okay, just finished the trail. Wiggins Cemetery via Deep Creek Trail up in Cherokee. They say it's 2.9 miles. It actually turned out to be 3.3 for us. And back at the truck, so I got my coffee. And people walking. There's a lot of people around here. A couple of reviews on it. 4-star from Sue Brown 3 weeks ago. It says once you turn onto the last part of the cemetery, it gets quiet and very steep. Good hour workout on that part. Somewhat muddy. Poles were a must for me. From a 17-year-old hiking bestie, handled it without poles. Bit tricky to get around some of the trees that are down. We didn't have any trees down whenever I got up there. Then the The lowest one I found was a 3-star, and that was for from Ryan, whoever his name is, back 2022. Said that it was a bit crowded at the beginning because of the tubers. I guess they allow you to carry your tube up and tube down the creek. Last section was steep and serene. I wouldn't put it as serene, but it was steep. Waterfalls made it worthwhile. Not much at the top outside of 3 gravestones. So, yeah, like I said, it was 3.35 for us. I would rate that as a hard. The beginning of it is a moderate. It gets, you know, a little steeper and a little steeper and a little steeper, and then at the end it's just they're almost straight up. So yeah, I would say it's I would rate it as a hard, moderate to hard. At the top, it's the 3 cemetery or 3 gravestones. It's not all that much to take a look at. There's no view from up there. I was kind of expecting it to be on top of a mountain and there'd be a view. There was really no pictures on the app to show those gravestones that I could find. It's well worth the hike out here just to be able to go to the waterfalls, but I wouldn't go all the way up to the top. It's weird. We've got people getting in their cars around me. So we're gonna get in the truck, head back down to go home. With that, join us on our next adventure. Thanks. Bye.